Gavin, I sense your deepest desires. I demand your undivided loyalty. So tell me, what is it you crave above anything else?
Unlimited power! Santorini, a 2 to 3 player but really a 2-player abstract board game designed by Gordon Hamilton. In Santorini, you are Greek gods trying to outdo each other while building up the Greek island city of Santorini. And as the box quite eloquently puts it, build like a mortal, win like a god. Look past this cutesy box cover and you'll be surprised to find a deep and cutthroat game. The first thing you notice when you open up the box is all these plastic blocks that are modeled after the Greek city of Santorini, and I must say they are quite nice. Yet again, we have an extremely aesthetically pleasing game that looks great on the table. I mean, the 3D aspect of the game just really pops up, it just really sets it apart from other board games which are typically, flat. It looks great on a table, in addition to the fact it actually plays on a table. I know, it really evokes the Santorini vibes. All the pieces have a nice weight and feel to them, and they're all really solid. I mean, when people see this game being played, when they see this game in action, trust me, they will want to join in the fun. Well, how do we actually play the game? Well, first, we must set it up. You must place your 5x5 grid on your table, on a table, and then choose your 2 starting builders, one a guy, one a girl, and choose a god card, but we'll get to that later. It isn't exactly clear how you're supposed to place your builders. I recommend taking turns placing them. As far as abstract games go, Santorini might be the easiest you will learn. All you must do each turn is that you choose one builder, you move, then you build. That's it. Move and build. Move like a mortal, build like a god. As far as movement goes, you can move in any 8 directions as long as you're not moving into another piece and you're not moving beyond one level above you. So for example, you can move like this, you can move like this, you can also move diagonal up. These are all legal, and you can also jump down beyond one level. So that's a legal move too. Buildings in Santorini have 4 levels. You can build in any 8 directions as long as you're using the correct piece for the correct height. And how you actually win the game is that you must move your builder up onto the 3rd level that is not blocked by a dome. So building domes are mostly for blocking out spaces where your opponents can win. And by the way, you can build in any 8 directions even if it's below you. So that's that. These are very simple rules, but this provide some really interesting gameplay. There you go. You know 90% of Santorini's rules. If that was a whole game, moving that building, blocking, attacking, turning that counter into a devastating blow, I suspect many other people will be thoroughly satisfied with the gameplay with just that alone, even without the god cards. But man, oh man, prepare yourself for some spicy gameplay. The game comes with 30 gods or characters from Greek mythology, so each player can have their own game-changing power. And here I have curated a nice selection of them for your tasting pleasure. Well, first of all, we have Apollo, god of music, who lets your workers move into opposing workers to swap places with them, as depicted by the icon on the bottom. Next up, we have Hermes, god of travel, who can move both of their workers an unlimited number of times as long as they don't move up or down. Then you can build with either one. Next up, we have Eros, god of desire, who lets you win when both of your workers are next to each other on top of a level 1 block. So that's an additional win condition with Eros. Then we have Medusa, who will replace opposing workers with building blocks when your worker occupies a higher space adjacent to an opponent worker. So like you're literally turning opponents into stone. It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. You underestimate my power. So try it. We also have the god of war himself, Ares, who lets you destroy blocks with your unmoved worker. Morpheus, god of dreams, who lets you stockpile building blocks and allows you to basically spam your buildings all in one turn. Let me start with saying that I have not played the Santorini three player game, so I can't comment on that. So yeah, that's that. So what do I think about Santorini? Well, there are many good things to say about it. Even though it is easy to learn, it has deep and tactical gameplay that many people will enjoy. I mean, it might look and sound simple, but trust me, it has tense gameplay. So in terms of gameplay, this is an A star, easy. The game plays in 20 minutes, so you can pop out a few games quickly, so it'll be quite satisfying. And I'll be amiss to not talk about the aesthetic and the components. I mean, this is a beautiful game. I mean, a good percentage of my enjoyment stems purely from the fact that I'm playing such a beautiful game with such tactile and aesthetic components. So this is definitely a big draw for basically anyone. I also want to talk about the god cards. The god cards. They add a lot of variety and replayability to the game, and I just like the asymmetric aspect of the powers, you know. So I suspect because of the added replayability, I'll be playing Santorini for quite some time. Well, what are the possible negatives with the game? Well, first of all, I've not played the game enough, but I do not believe that all of the god powers are perfectly balanced. So if you're like really worried about that, that might be an issue with you, though it's not too big an issue with me. Another thing that I wish were the case was that these builders, they are kind of small. They are kind of hard to hold. I just wish they were just a little bit bigger. And this platform is actually, it's not cut properly, so I would need to like bend the plastic just to fit the thing in. So that's a bit of a pain. And besides, the storage of the game, because it's just so full of this plastic, it's just kind of hard to close down fully. So storage is also a bit of a pain. But other than that, I'm just nitpicking now. Well, I guess you guys are also wondering, what is my favorite god? Well, my favorite god is definitely Apollo, the god of music. Yo, yeah. Get ready for some sick nights. I'm beginning to feel like a good god. All my buttons in the backdrop. I realize I don't have rhyme notes, I press a phone. For dying, my son is rapping ready. So I can't stop, I won't stop. They say I too many games, I think they jealous of my claim. Yeah, no shame, I got them, my big ball bring me big rock. Now back on topic, being Santorini. Always work is so tiny, I say trying to play the game, but still struggling on the same. Moving and building is a two-step process, don't worry about me, cause it's usually the stress. Ages and plus, it's all in the box. Don't tell me it's hard to play some big blocks. Monopoly, seriously, is that all you got? Boy, you ain't just basic, I can taste the sauce. I see a confusion, but this Southeast Asian Eurovision. But if I'm Eurovision, you are a Greek financial institution. Get wrecked. Hashtag roasted. Boy, you need a bandage, just look at the carnage. I know who you should call, the amateur Jake Paul. Yeah, I'm ironic, but also symphonic. No running dice tower, can't top my rap power. I'm beginning to feel like a real god. I know all you peeps want to drop my this one. I bet you been out with, but this stupid Chinese beat. Yeah, you still mortal not while this boy became a god.
Του ΚΚΕ του κ. Κουτσούμπα, οι ανακοινώσεις από το ΚΚΕ όπως και από όλα τα...
There was quite some celebration in central Athens tonight.
Έρθουν να με βγάλουν και εμένα από την έκσταση, εντάξει. Θα ήθελα να το...
Για πες μας.
The Greek government now is upbeat.
Ασχολούνται να φέρουν εμάς έξω.
After 5 years of hopeless austerity misery, their message was clear. No more. But what now?
I don't know what is going to my country tomorrow.
Στάσεις, κλείνει συχνότητες, απολύοντα...
In the music and the celebration is a sense of confusion.
Χωρίς μεγάλες τομές, τολμηρές και
And no one knows what's going to happen tomorrow.
Κασία που οδηγεί στο να ρίξει στα χέρια.
Greece now has to wait for the reaction of its Eurozone partners. Katia Adler, BBC News, Athens.